Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Anime Mondays. We got ourselves an esteemed panel we're going to do commentary over the first episode of the legendary anime series, Cowboy Bebop. It is Asteroid Blues, and I'm, of course, the Athletic Geek. I am joined by JC of the Deluxe Asterisk. He will also be giving his...
Not going to talk. Not introduce himself.
No, not going to introduce himself at all. He's you can't see this, but he's here shaking his head no. And also Fathead is...
Fathead Gamer.
Fathead Gamer or just the Fathead?
The Fathead.
Yeah, the Fathead's here. Yeah, so if you're wanting to watch along with us at home, be sure to have your DVD or Blu-ray player ready to go and hit play now. I was going to say right away, the imagery is just amazing in this whole series.
Get like a slow, somber beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I like the introduction, like we're here.
Yeah.
Like
it leaves you to wonder what this is, and you can tell that obviously Spike is a man in a lot of pain from this, and then as the episode goes on, you can tell he's masking the pain. It's actually kind of ahead of its time in that sense because, now we're seeing a lot of people, unfortunately, that are hiding pain are the most calm and relaxed or, that really make a front to cover it up. And here's the best part of the episode, the theme song.
The very iconic theme song. I think any anime fan, even I don't know if you're even a big anime fan, this intro,
Yes.
Well, I mean, I know people haven't probably heard this. That's disappointing. If I try to introduce anime to people, it's
this is where I start. This is where I start with, because I feel like it kind of transcends it.
It's not too long. It's not like a huge commitment,
and it doesn't have some of the. And don't get me wrong, I love anime. It doesn't have some of the. It isn't like a super quirky anime.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It's more serious.
I mean, you don't have some of the cliches of, you don't have somebody grabbing a random large hammer and hitting somebody with it out of the blue for no reason to get over the fact that they're dumb. Or that they said something stupid.
That's like some Looney Tunes junk. What do you...
Well, it's also Pokemon.
I've seen it in Pokemon.
Oh, well, okay. What? That's something in Pokemon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like what, Misty to Brock?
Yeah, Misty or like Jesse from the team, right? That's stuff what happened. Yeah.
All right.
But you don't get a lot of that. You
don't have random fans from out of nowhere, cheerleading.
I feel like that's Western.
They don't
almost like a Western influence.
Maybe, but
I don't think anyone added it.
No. Either way, you don't get it here on Bebop, and something else when you listen to the full song, when you think it's going to end there, this amazing saxophone solo just chimes in, so that's really cool.
It's not really a chime, it's a saxophone.
Asteroid Blues.
Yes, it's the first session. JC here being, JC.
It is kind of... Oh, go ahead.
No, go. I'm
going to say, if I'm going to examine it, it is kind of a juxtaposition of having, this kind of, bluesy harmonica sound with this very futuristic looking, imagery.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
The thing is, they never fully... Spoiler alert, they never fully on this series explain exactly... I mean, they kind of touch on it, and they kind of... But they don't really fully explain, what happened and how, everything works nowadays with space and how it's been colonized. They just one time go back to Earth, and they just go, yeah, Earth's old school now.
Well, it seems that there's, these kind of, light, almost like those, light speed, ring things that they shoot through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's like flying.
For, fast travel or whatever.
And just so you know, Jet made bell peppers and beef.
With no beef.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Big spoiler alert. Sorry.
There's the Jet.
There is no beef. These bell peppers and beef.
The great Steve Bloom bringing life to Spike Spiegel, at least here in the English dub of it.
Yes, we did not specify. This is the English dub.
We're watching the English dub. Yes.
I guess you could technically watch the other one if you.
If you wanted to.
We wouldn't be able to point out. Well, we might be pointing out some lines, so that would not translate well on the Japanese version.
All right.
Yeah. I like how they go like to the really cool quote unquote camera angles. You always wonder, like, is a Wulong supposed to be like the equivalent of a yen, or is it $1? I don't think they ever specify.
It's probably a yen.
This is
like it.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, this is probably not news to anyone or whatever, but don't they use that same unit of currency like on Space Dandy?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
The same person created Space Dandy, which Space Dandy's freaking good. I wouldn't mind doing an episode.
Well,
if you want a quirkier show about space, it will probably be that one.
Yeah. I love the.
I feel like I guess there's that.
Like they only like beat
then there's
street.
like Outlaw Star, and then there's this like kind of in ascending order of like violence, seriousness, and sadness.
I love Outlaw Star.
I've actually never really watched a whole hell of a lot of it.
I don't think I've seen it.
I said douche instead of dude. I said, oh my gosh, douche.
I think that was just a Freudian slip.
It was. It was just a very ridiculous one.
And we see the
Swordfish.
Two.
Two, yes.
I don't know. We don't know what happened in the first one, unless what they were talking about, the ship that.
Yeah, but I mean, with like if they just had to spend all that money on that, I don't know if they would just already have
a new ship.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
That's why they didn't have beef. They're broke.
Yeah.
Maybe they bought the new ship.
No, they got beef.
They ever explain what happened to Jet's arm? Did I miss that in the series?
They kind of do, but they don't. They don't go to full detail, but you kind of find out.
I don't remember. I haven't watched this in full in a couple years.
Well, we'll get to that when there is an episode that really focuses on Jet and his past as a police officer, and we will get to that one eventually.
Well, if there's anything like Biker Mice from Mars, which just involves Mars, there's also someone with a metal arm on there.
Yes.
I like this mix of like Tokyo meets like Mexico.
Hey, that network has Lucha Underground.
The LRA. What was I gonna say? I think it's almost weird too, in a way, where like you have the show that's so based in like the future and like outer planetary stuff, but like Tijuana is still relevant on Earth.
Yeah. Well, this is even like,
what's funny is like all three of those guys. Right. This is how old we're gonna be when this actually takes place. Like that, those people would be our age now.
Antagonists, if you want to.
Asimov.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Like if who would play her in real life? Would it be like a Catherine Zeta-Jones or like a Sofia Vergara?
Sofia Vergara would be good. Or
I don't know, Sofia Vergara. She's like, I don't know, her like she might be too loud.
Yeah.
What about
who's the one? Help me out here. She was in Spanglish.
Ooh, can't, I don't know.
This could be one of those names of an actress that whenever it finally I
Salma
read
Hayek.
That's it.
Okay, Selma. I would dare say Salma Hayek would be a good one. Yeah,
she good.
She's just very Spanish lady role. Got our drug.
Then you got some boobs.
Yeah. Well, not naked boobs, but it might as well be at that point.
You know who he kind of reminds me of in a way, like Casey Jones, like from the 90 Turtles movie.
Turtles, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Casey Jones.
Yeah, slap some hockey shit on him. Yeah, he look like it. And
I like how they do these kind of shots.
POV shots.
Yes.
That was a really
tame meow.
Yeah, it was. The cat was freaking out, and it was just like.
That's probably the best they could get from the cat in the studio.
Well, they should have got Frank Welker. Frank Welker could have been a pissed off cat.
I think Frank Welker would not be doing anime. And
Frank Welker does everything. Frank Welker is freaking Freddy from Scooby Doo.
I know. I'm just saying, in the voice acting community, a lot of up until recently, anime was kind of the. I'm not gonna say it's the lower level in terms of quality, but for the longest time, some of your bigger name voice actors didn't do anime because anime for a long time did not pay well. Like, it's only just recently with Funimation really bringing in big money and subsequent merchandising, and then also some of the big time anime voice actors like Steve Bloom, Travis Willingham, and whatnot, branching out and getting more
This is 2019
mainstream roles. That's why it's.
Is that technical? That could be like a pipe vape.
I don't think I'm assuming vape would be a cartridge system or what have you.
I mean, it's got some doohickeys on the end there.
Does it?
Yeah, it's not like a straight up pipe.
Yeah,
it's got some.
This is something here is like I never really like understood. Like, is Bull supposed to be like a fortune teller? I guess, or
just like a shaman or like a spiritual advisor or something like that. Not an expert on those terms.
He just said the swimming bird will meet death, and Spike just said he'll die one more time. He's been killed by a woman once before, which kind of plays into his past that they're kind of sprinkling like hints of.
They sprinkle throughout the whole series.
You never really fully get everything in this past.
Like, Bebop doesn't have like a normal,
prequel episode.
Or like a normal story in general. They kind of just sprinkle out the story throughout just different events.
This is the way I kind of described Bebop when I first watched the show with JC.
Rhinoceros. Or was he a warthog? He's a warthog.
When I was first started watching the show with JC a number of years ago, I said pretty much the first 5 episodes you need because they introduce all the main characters. There's a 2-parter in the middle of the series, and then the last 2 episodes. Those are the only 2 required viewing episodes. Everything else is just kind of
there's things
one and done. Yeah, there's the jet. Well, there's the jet one, and then there's like a couple Faye episodes. But for the most part,
no one cares about Ed.
Oh yeah,
I never liked Ed that much. I like Ed.
I like Ed, but I feel like I'm gonna get some flack for saying this
story,
but we still recording?
I hope. Yes, we should be fine. We should be fine.
Okay, let's make sure.
Yeah, I don't think I'd cut out in the middle of it. You can't do anything on there.
We apologize for that. If there's a little
phone call.
There's a little phone call, and it kind of messed up our recording. We are not.
No, we should be fine.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I? That all just like threw me for.
You were talking about Ed.
I like Ed. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for saying this. I feel like Ed fans kind of overrate Ed, and it kind of in turn turns me off to Ed. He has moments, and I like her as a character. I like Ed, but it's kind of like, to me, and I love Goku. I love Goku. He's my favorite Dragon Ball Z character, but Goku fans tend to overrate Goku. Like, they get so big up on Goku that sometimes you're like, ugh, I'm tired of hearing about Goku. Batman fans do the same thing. I feel like Ed is kind of the Cowboy Bebop of all, like, character that gets all the fanboy fangirl love that sometimes if you're not as big of a fan, you're like, I don't know about that. You see Spike trying to charm his way into trying to charm his way by stealing food.
Free food.
Like, if you steal the stuff and then give it back,
it's not stealing technically, right?
Well, he did steal the hot dog. Well,
she said he could keep it.
Yeah. Well, after he shoved it in his mouth.
Yeah.
God, Steve Bloom. I could listen to Steve Bloom read the fucking phone book. And it would be awesome sounding.
As opposed to now.
Yeah.
Mars is a shithole right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the place for the rich.
Like, I mean, like, Mars is, like, basically, like, sorry, Eric Bischoff, but Mars is, like, Wyoming now.
Hello?
Hello?
Now, see, here's the one thing, and this is something that I never fully picked up on. I've seen this episode, at least 30 times. Is she pregnant,
No.
She's not.
Or is it just
see it at the end.
Well, I know it's where the things are, but I don't know if it's like she's holding them there and she's also pregnant, or
Nah,
she's...
the thing, it was like, I remember it being, that was the whole thing was, you know, the ruse was that she was pregnant when she was not. She was just carrying all the crap. Because I could have sworn you could see that, like, her body type was smaller. I mean, I guess I'm not her OBGYN. She could be pregnant.
Oh,
but,
yeah, but...
but that being
Because
said...
I thought that was like... I didn't always wonder if it was all just a ruse or if she was pregnant in addition to using her pregnancy to carry those things.
I don't
and
think
then
so.
that could also be like why they want to escape to Mars, so that way they could have a good life. But then, you know...
I judging on what she said, I could see how you would wonder about that.
Yeah.
But
at the end of the episode,
she could have been just mainly talking about her and Asimov.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but another thing like that could also be like there could be some that it's just something that like they never say yes or no, so like I always just kind of wondered it, like what was that part of the ruse as well. But you know,
I feel they don't really give you enough of an answer either way. I would say possibly not, because
yeah, you see Spike just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Jet's like the best dad in anime.
Could you see like on like Street Fighter or something of them doing like an alternate costume for Zangief and he would look like Jet?
I can like see this like background, like the story.
Yes, yeah, I agree. I could see that. Yeah, on one of the
They
games.
should have Spike be a hidden character.
Spike
You know, there really isn't. You know what's sad is there was going to be on the PS2 a Cowboy Bebop video game, dubbed and everything.
Yeah, never got.
And then it got, never saw the
Still,
light day.
I mean, it's out in Japan. It just never came to the U.S.
Yeah, even though they did record the voices for it.
Yeah.
That's a shame. No, I remember when the movie...
I had a couple of the anime games. I have like the Yu Yu Hakusho game with the PS2 and stuff.
I played some of the Full Metal Alchemist ones.
But like, I remember when the Cowboy Bebop movie came out, like it was such a big deal because like this series is, when compared to things like DBZ and Bleach, it's so short that anytime there's like there's more, there's untold story, like everybody's real pumped up about that. I remember that so vividly when there was talk of the movie got the green lit to get dubbed over here back in my early days of following things of that nature on the internet. Don't look too closely at the guy's shoes, because that might give away who the man in the sombrero is.
Or the voice.
Yeah.
Can't change his voice much.
No.
Much I love Steve Bloom, all the voices are like...
Except for
Yaki Doodle.
Yaki Doodle and Wolverine, but he kind of gives it a little... You can still tell it's him, but he makes it a little raspier.
From Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, Gurren Lagann. And Killer Croc on the Arkham games.
Yeah, he does.
So he's got more than one voice.
Yeah.
But his go-to is just his regular, awesome voice that I could listen to all day.
You look ridiculous.
There's no thrill in the cheap ones, yet you're complaining about no beef. I think a cheap one could buy you some beef, Spike!
I don't know, cows might be more hard to come by now.
Well, get some chicken. I don't know. Shut up. I'm sure they came up with some kind of new space beef, like
new space beef.
You know,
space. It's like makes me think of maybe think of Invader Zim. Space meat.
You
gotta love how the jazz.
I mean, get off like topic.
This
is an awesome fight scene.
The jazz, like, really, like, when you hear, like, the cool jazz beat kick in, you know you're going to have a pretty kick-ass fight scene to watch visually.
It's strange in a way. I don't know if I've ever really talked about this with anyone in particular, but it's weird to me in a way because like you see like kind of like the very like for the most part very modern looking anime kind of style, but at the same time he has those shoes that look like something out of like Lupin the Third.
But there's a lot of I remember reading there's a lot of this is an homage to Lupin. The shoes are
Yeah, see.
Yeah, I don't know if she's still pregnant on top of that or not.
I don't think so.
I think below that would be technically.
Yeah.
Shut
up.
And then like
you see,
like a lot of like of Jet's design is a
well, I can see
tribute to
that. Yeah, I
Jigen.
can see that. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's probably heavy influence.
Oh yeah. Actually, just got a T-shirt with Spike and Lupin on it. And then now we get to we're closing in on the sad part, and you get kind of the more sadder, not the real upbeat jazz. You'll get the mellow,
smooth,
sad jazz popping in soon.
See the swordfish in action.
Yep, here it comes. Just
very
take a minute.
This is something also is weird to like say it this way because like I mean it's necessarily joking, but you'd hear kind of this music a lot of times on like Hey Arnold.
Yeah, which would sometimes have a similar like sad feeling about it. Honestly, there's a lot of Hey Arnold episodes where you walked out of there feeling like a very unsettled.
They get serious.
Mm-hmm. Or during the middle of the episode when it was like the downpour, you'd feel this.
That face.
Yeah, that is
drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
Still just very...
Is that like ribbons in her hair or is that dye?
That was like part of earrings. No?
But then you see like the greenish.
It's probably supposed to be ribbons.
See? Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't even bother bringing her in. They're just going to kill everybody.
See, that's why I think,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think she's pregnant. She's carrying everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And you just...
It's a decent way to smuggle your things.
And, like...
No one's going to hassle the pregnant woman.
Pretty much.
Yeah. The precursor for the rest of the series, an ending which leaves you very, very unsettled, very... very sad and very unfulfilled. So be prepared for significantly more of that throughout the course of this.
I don't know. I mean, they're not like, they didn't go out on like just that. Like,
no, but I mean, they died. They didn't get their money. They're still kind of,
And
they didn't get
another day in the life of the bounty hunters.
But
where our characters started in the episode.
Yeah. But you kind of still, like, subtly get the sense that, like, you can tell they did not... The beginning of the story is, like, all the characters are trying to find what they're looking for, and this is the precursor to nobody is going to find what they're looking for in this series.
Mm-hmm.
And then this classic ending theme.
I used to not be able to, like, watch this. I would, like, change the channel. This would make me too sad when I was, like, growing up.
Yeah.
Well, I would change the channel. I was just, like...
Because Bebop was over. And then you get, like, kind of the...
And, like, it's late at night, and you're just, like, laying in bed. Because normally came on Adult Swim.
Right.
Where we watched it.
Oh, me too. All of us.
Yeah. So, it'd be, like, midnight, 2 a.m., 3, whenever, it came on late. That's all I always felt. I was, like... Same with, like, Trigun's ending, like, talking about another show that's, like, Western space.
I don't know if I found this, like particular ending super sad. Like,
now, the song they play at the very, very end of the series, that's sad.
Like, I mean, like,
it's just the mood.
It depends on how they, like, I think they edited some animes different depending, like, on Adult Swim, like, or at least whatever they had.
Now the images that go with this, like, when you really find out what they are... It does make this song a lot more depressing. I mean, like, the lyrics already do, but... Yeah. Well, and that was episode 1 of Cowboy Bebop. Thank you all for joining us here on this look back. We hope you enjoyed the commentary, and join us next time as we will be looking at Fooly Cooly, episode 1. See you next time.
Will that be up next?
I'll be up next.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.